So in real numbers chapter, yesterday we started exercise 1.2. So only one problem is left in this. That is question number 5. Show that (17 into 11 into 2) plus 17 into 11 into 5 is a composite number. First, let us take the given number. Given number is 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5. This is the given number. Now here 17 into 11, 17 into 11 are present in both the terms. So let us take 17 into 11 common. So if you take 17 into 11 outside, here 2 is left, here 5 is left. So we will get 17 into 11 into 7. A prime number means a prime number will have only 2 factors. Composite number means it will have more than 2 factors. So here this given number is a composite number because it is expressed as product of 3 numbers. So it has 3 factors. Therefore, given number has more than 2 factors. So if a number has more than 2 factors, therefore it is a composite number. Write exercise 1.3. First question. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form and state which are terminating and which are non-terminating. So write the following numbers in decimal form. Now after writing in decimal form, we have to decide whether they are terminating decimals or non-terminating decimals. First question is 3 by 8. Now let us write this rational number 3 by 8, this fraction in decimal form. So let us divide 3 by 8. 8 3s are 24, here remainder is 6. 8 7s are 56, remainder is 4. 8 5s are 40, remainder is 0. So the division process is ending, so 0.375. If the division process ends, we say that it is a terminating decimal. If the division process continues, it is a non-terminating. Here division process is ending, so we can say that it is a terminating decimal. Write the second one. 229 by 400. 229 229 by 400. Now we should divide 229 by 400. So 229 is less than 400. So write 0 point and here you keep 0. 5s are 2000. Here remainder is 290. Again keep 0. 7s are. Here remainder is 100. Keep 0. 400 into 2, 800. Remainder is 200. Keep 0. This is 5. It is 200. 2000. So here, when you divide 229 by 400, the division process is ending. So we can say that it is a terminating decimal. Therefore, 229 by 400 is equal to 0.5725. It is a terminating decimal. Write the third bit. 21 by 5. Here let us divide 21 by 5. 5 4s are 20. Remainder is 1. Keep point and 0. 5 2s are 10. So the division process is ending. So 21 by 5 in decimal form is 4.2. The division process is ending, so we can conclude that it is a terminating decimal. Next, 2 by 11. Let us divide 2 by 11. 2 is less than 11, so keep 0 point. 11 ones 11, remainder is 9, keep 0. 11 8s are 88, remainder is 2, 0. 11 ones 11, remainder is 9, 11 8s are 88. Like this division never ends. So 2 by 11 is equal to, we can say, 0.1818 and so on. So therefore, it is a non-terminating. Here 1818 is repeating, so non-terminating repeating decimal. So it is a non-terminating decimal, it is not ending and it is repeated. So non-terminating repeating decimal. Right, fifth one. 8 by 125. Let us divide 8 by 125. So 0 point, keep 1 0. Now the division is not possible. So you keep another 0. So 800. Now 125 4s are 500. 7s are not 7, 1, 6. 6 into 125. 750, the remainder is 50. Here you keep 0, 125 fours. So 8 by 125 we got 0.064. Here the division process is ending, so we can conclude that it is a terminating decimal. So like this we have to divide the given fraction, given numbers you have to divide. If the division process is ending, so it is a terminating decimal. If the division process is not ending and if the digits are repeated, we can conclude that it is a non-terminating repeating decimal. If the digits are not repeated and the division is not ending, we can say that it is a non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Right, question number 3. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. Write the following rational numbers in decimal form. If you want to write in decimal form, there are two methods. One method is, in previous problem we did, we will divide and we will conclude whether it is repeating decimal or non-repeating decimal. That is one method. Another method is no need of dividing. So if you make the denominator as multiple of 10, if you make the denominator 10, 100 or 1000 or 10,000 like that. So if you make the denominator as multiples of 10, then we can write in decimal form. That is another method. So let us do that problem in the second method. Let us make the denominator as multiple of 10. So 13 by 25. We can make the denominator as 100. We cannot make 10 because it is more than 10. So 25 you can make it 100. That is multiply and divide by 4. Let us multiply the numerator and denominator by 4. So 13 fours are 52 by 25 into 4 is 100. If the denominator is 100, so after left side after 2 digits you have to keep the point. So 52 by 100 is nothing but 0.52. So one method is we have to divide the numerator by denominator and we should write in decimal form. The second method is we have to make the denominator as multiple of 10. You have to make the denominator as 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 like that. So then we can write the decimal form. If two zeros are there, left side after 2 digits you have to keep the point. So here 2 digits are there. So after 2 digits let us keep the decimal point. So the answer is 0.52. Now write the second one. (15 by 16). Let us make the denominator as multiple of 10. That is, we have to make the denominator as 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 and so on. 16 you can write 2 to the power 4. So 16 you have to write it as 2 to the power 4. If you want to make 10 or multiple of 10, 2 5s are 10. So here what we have to do is 15 by 2 to the power 4 is there. I am multiplying and dividing by 5 to the power 4. Let us multiply and divide by 5 to the power 4. Here 2 power 4 is there. 2 into 5 is 10. Let us multiply and divide by 5 to the power 4. So 15 into 5 to the power 4. 5 5s are 25. 25 into 6, 25 is by. Here 2 and 5 both are having the same power. So you can write 2 into 5 whole to the power 4. 2 5s are 10 to the power 4. So it is 9375 by 10 to the power 4 means 4 zeros, you write 10,000. If the denominator contains 4 zeros, then in numerator after 4 digits, left side after 4 digits, you have to keep the point. So the answer is 0.9375. So 15 by 16, let us make the denominator as multiple of 10. So 16 is 2 to the power 4. So 2 into 5 is 10. So 2 to the power 4 means you have to multiply and divide by 5 to the power 4. Here 15 into 5 to the power 4 is 625. Here 2 and 5 both are having same power. So 2 into 5 whole to the power 4. 15 into 625 is 9375 by 2 5s are 10, that is 10 to the power 4. If the denominator contains 4 zeros, so in numerator left side after 4 zeros, 4 digits you have to keep the point. So the answer is 0.9375. Third one, 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. We know 2 into 5 is 10, but here 2 is having power 3, but 5 is having only power 2. So one more 5 should be there. So 2 cube 5 square is there, let us multiply and divide by 5. 23 into 5. So it is 115. Here 2 cube 5 square into 5, it will become 5 cube. Now 2 and 5 both are having the same power. So you can write 2 into 5 whole cube. So it is 15 by 10, 115 by 10 cube. 10 cube means it is 1000. If the denominator contains 3 zeros, so in numerator left side you have to keep 0 point. That is point you have to keep after 3 digits. That is 0.115 answer. One 143 by 110. Fourth bit. 143 by 110. Here in this fraction, if cancellation is possible, we have to cancel it. So here we can make the cancellation. 11 ones are 11, 11 threes, 11 tens. That is, you are getting 13 by 10. If the denominator contains 1 0, you have to keep point in the numerator after 1 digit. That is 13 by 10 means it is 1.3. So like this we can write the decimal form. One is by dividing the numerator by denominator, the other is by making the denominator as multiple of 10. So these are the two methods to write in decimal form. So tomorrow we will continue.